All that is required for evil to thrive in the society is for men of goodwill to be silent in the face of challenges. The Speaker of Borno State House of Assembly, Abdulkarim Lawal, has appealed to the military to redouble their efforts in liberating all parts of his constituency, Guzamala local government area, from continued occupation by Boko Haram ISWAP terrorists. Speaking at the flag-off ceremony of the distribution of Phase 4 scholarship scheme to 446 students of Guzamala, Lawan, who lamented the absence of military presence in Guzamala and Kukawa, stated that urgent steps must be taken to ensure deployment of troops to the areas. Julie, I thought it was banditry that, you know, it is now the in thing now, and that's relegated Boko Haram to the background. I don't know that there's some areas.
No doubt, the bigger problem that we face is when you compare Boko Haram insurgency with what's going on in the northwest, we are facing a much bigger problem in the northwest and north central now than we are facing currently in the northeast area of operation. And it's because progress has been made by the Nigerian forces in terms of dealing decisively with Boko Haram terrorists. But that does not mean that these guys no longer exist, or that they stopped carrying out attacks, or that they don't have capacity anymore. No. They are still around, very much around. The only thing is we have reduced their capacity to halt our military and to carry out attacks with the frequency that was associated with them in the time past. But there are still places like Guzamala local government where not a single soul has lived in for up to 6 years. This speaker has spoken about this repeatedly. There was a day that he said something like that, and people are saying, there are you people doing election. Ignorance is a big problem in our country. Elections are held inside IDP camps in the northeast, especially in Borno State.
Or some people question the turnout.
Somebody emerge as speaker or somebody is in the Senate does not mean that his area is safe. He too will not even go to those places. He dare not go. Now, Guzamala, the governor mentioned 3 local governments the other day. 3 local governments. This speaker has spoken about his own local government. He's been demanding that you don't even have presence of the military, not to talk of human civilians. Now, what is happening these days is they do some patrols, the joint, the MNJTF, Multinational Joint Task Force, they do some patrols, but they don't stay there. If you don't stay, that is an area where more than 120 soldiers were killed in one day. In that Guzamala local government. Maybe that accounts for the reluctance to push soldiers to the area, because the terrorists once killed 125 soldiers in one day. In fact, there is an epitaph that they made, you know, to remember those fallen soldiers in that town, Gudumbali. So you can patrol, but if you don't put soldiers there to guide the area, the people will not feel comfortable to come and live there, because they know that once you patrol the area and you've left, these boys can come and slaughter them. It's a good thing that in Malam Fatori now, in Abadam local government, they've taken some people who volunteer to relocate. They've taken them there. That's the first time that people will live in Malam Fatori since 2014. It's a good decision on the part of this government. But you also need to protect those that you have relocated to those areas. Otherwise, it's dangerous.
Something you can regret.
Yes. So I hope that they will listen to the speaker and grant his wish. All their people, district heads, everybody, they've relocated to Maiduguri. You know, even when he lost his dad, they couldn't take his dad to their village to bury. You know, so this is the thing.
Very painful.
Yeah.
I don't think and you see that if this persists and we're not making efforts, the people, nobody can even live in those areas.
Yes. I'm happy that at least some people are speaking up, you know, because part of the problem is the deception, you know, game that was going on for a long time. You see it, top-ranking government officials saying no area is under the under Boko Haram or blah blah blah. But thank God that some people are speaking of that. See, up to now, there are some areas that Boko Haram and ISWAP are in charge. So I'm happy that some people are speaking up, because we have to first of all understand the full, you know, extent of the problems before we can, you know, get a hold on it. Now, just as, because I don't know, I'm in love with the governor of Borno State. I love his passion. I love his, you know, his charisma and the way he does his job. This is another area we have to work on, so that you can bring life back to those areas. He's been able to resettle, you know, some people in some areas. This area too, you know, whatever it will take, because without resettlement, you can never win the war against Boko Haram. But when you resettle people and you protect them, Boko Haram will still be so at some point.